All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It's another wonderful Monday morning here at Health Plan Markets. It is March 13th, 9:02 a.m. Thank you guys for being on the call. We have a special guest with us, Sean Griffith from Physician Partners, and we're going to give him the mic here in just a few minutes so he can talk to you about all the cool stuff that Physician Partners has got going on to keep you busy. But as we normally start these calls, why are we here? We are here to improve the lives of our community with affordable healthcare. Thank you for being a part of that mission, and thank you for being here this morning to hear it first. Just a reminder, a quick reminder, we do have these calls recorded on YouTube. So if you miss part of it or you do miss a call on a Monday morning because you have to see a client, we totally understand. Just know that you can go out to our YouTube channel and you can find us there, and all of these calls are going to be hosted there as well. So we usually post them up by Wednesday. So it's always best to be here on Monday so you don't miss anything on Monday, Tuesday. But we usually post them up on Wednesday so that way you guys can at least know what's going on around the universe here. All right. But we also have to keep very sharp on what we do. And in order to do that, we got to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field. So I'm going to share with you our training calendar here, guys. Just as a reminder, you do have access to this training calendar. Just make sure that you reach out to a teammate or shoot us an email at support@askhpm.com, and we'll be able to get you what's going on out there in the world. This morning at 10 o'clock, Humana is doing a MedSup training. Looks like they're doing a couple of those throughout the week. So Humana at 10 o'clock today, and then also tomorrow, they're doing another MedSup training. So pay attention to that if you're interested in doing anything with MedSups. Down today at 4 o'clock, UHC is doing their virtual office sessions. That's going to continue today at 4, and then another one there on Friday at 3 o'clock. So you do have the ability to join up with them and ask any questions or have any issues resolved by United at those virtual office hours. Pretty nice to have that there as well. Moving over to tomorrow, Cigna's doing their virtual office sessions. They've got one tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and then another one on Wednesday at 12:30. So if you have any questions, and again, wherever you are in the world, these virtual office hours are available to you. Okay. Also tomorrow, I want to point out Humana is doing their SEP training. I'm going to talk a little bit about that this morning, how important our special election period. And it's best to know your SEPs because we're getting ready to go into lock-in. And with lock-in, you've really got to know the name of the game, which is find that SEP. And that's how you're going to be able to get an enrollment first of the following month, or so on and so forth. So this one is probably the highlight of the week. If you attend any training, go to the one tomorrow at 11, Humana's Know Your SEPs, and learn the name of the game, where it's at. Also tomorrow, 5:30, United Healthcare is going to go over the Central Florida health plan. So if you're selling in that market, in this market, just make sure that you're on that training as well. Moving over to Wednesday, 9:30, we've got our very own Al Clancy available to answer any questions you have with a coffee and chat session. It's virtual, so that means you got to bring your own coffee. Sorry. But I'll be available to you to answer any questions you have in anything you might need. He's available Wednesdays at 9:30. Dedicated Senior Medical Center is doing a tour there on Wednesday at 9 o'clock. If you're interested or around that area in the Winter Park, I think they're doing an open house. So you can check that out if you're in that area in Winter Park. And then also jumping over to Thursday at 10, Humana is doing another training for their CSNPs, and this is the chronic condition plans. Again, another way to learn your SEPs. This is going to sustain you throughout lock-in and help you find those folks that can make a change now and once a year in your CSNP. So that's available to you. And lastly, Devoted is doing their coffee and chat session as well on Thursdays at 11:30. As a reminder, our Medicare shop training there's a link every morning at 8:30. You can jump on that. And that is a pre-recorded training to learn our quote and enroll tool that you have available to make yourself sharper and more efficient without having to waste gasoline. We love it. There you go. That's the training for the week, guys. Remember, one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field. Let's jump over to SEPs really quickly. I know I've been getting a lot of questions, specifically in Florida, about the hurricane SEPs. We did receive a notice from Aetna. And in case you haven't seen this email, Aetna did announce that they're extending the SEP for Hurricane Nicole or Tropical Storm Nicole, whatever you want to call it. They are going to accept an SEP extension all the way out to 7/31. So what does that mean? Even though OEP ends on April 1st, you can still write Aetna using SEP, FEMA, okay, and the directions are in there. But you can use our Medicare shop to do the enrollment. So you can still write for 5/1, 6/1s, 7/1s, and even 8/1s. So you have 4 additional months that you can write business with just because Aetna is extending this SEP. Now, the governor of Florida has announced that they're opening up that extension, but keep in mind that it is specific to the carrier. Just because the governor says, hey, we're extending this this disaster, doesn't mean that the health plan is going to accept that SEP. So you're going to see these come into your mailboxes for these extensions. We do expect more carriers to play this game, especially the big boys. So Aetna is the first one out of the gate. They are extending the SEP, which basically means that you get a get out of jail for free card. If one of your members calls, or if you have a prospect that says, hey, I missed AEP, I missed OEP, but I'm really interested in getting a plan, you can show them Aetna. And that's how you can grow your business, at least all the way up until August 1st, which is pretty awesome. So there's an extension there for you. Again, keep in mind that it is carrier specific. Just because Aetna does this doesn't mean the other carriers are going to extend that SEP. So pay attention to SEPs. So on that note, we do have our own section of SEPs, which is available on our Gold Key. If you don't have our Gold Key, please send an email to support@askhpm.com. But I'm going to share this link with you guys in the chat. And this is where you can find all of the known SEPs. Some of them do become expired, but you can check out those SEPs across all the carriers, across all the markets. Some carriers got smart and they created a website like WellCare. You can click WellCare, and they're keeping their SEPs pretty much up to date with a single website, which is awesome. So depending on where you're selling, let's say you're in Florida here, you can see that they have not yet extended that SEP. Let's see, it says 3/31 here, but they do have the Hurricane Ian SEP all the way until 5/31. So you can check out different SEPs based on the carrier here. So John and the team are keeping that up to date as we're continuing down the road and getting ready for lock-in. Okay, so let me close that out and let's talk about some updates here on Spark, the CRM system. Just remember, guys, that if you haven't yet gotten access to Spark, if you just onboarded recently and you haven't gotten access, just shoot us an email over at support@askhpm.com. I'm going to put that in the chat here as well, just to make sure that you guys know that. Anything that you need, you can shoot an email over there. But there's a couple of new updates that I wanted to share with you guys with the team. The first is text message notifications. So this was something that was asked, and let's say one of your members fills out a needs assessment form or fills out the scope, and you want to be notified by text. In order to activate text messages, you're going to go down to the bottom to My Account, and you're going to click over to Preferences here on the right side under Agent Details, Communication Preferences. You click there, and the first thing that you'll notice is you can get emails and text messages. You may not have your phone number in there, so you're going to have to punch in your phone number there. And then you can select what kind of notifications you'd like to receive. So let's say that you get obviously new leads from your permission to contact forms. You might want to get a text message about that, or a scope that's been submitted. You might want to get a text message about that. Or your member services support request, your tickets have been resolved. You might want to get a text about that. So you can choose what you want to and change whenever you want, whatever text message notifications you might like to get. So that's the first update. I thought that was pretty neat, especially when you guys are continuing to move through the CRM and get all these notifications. We want to ensure that you're getting them quickly. The next big update is we have basically streamlined how your contacts look in the CRM system, as far as ensuring that your activity is there. So you're going to see now that there's going to be a contact history, and maybe it's not showing on the demo here. Let's see, maybe I can get into my main account here and I'll show you guys. Let's see, we'll exit the demo and I'll show you what this looks like, because some folks might have gotten a little confused on this, because some things kind of went away. So you'll see here on the bottom under your members, you're going to see contact history, and you can see all the contact information, postcards, phone calls, the tickets, emails, whatever that your member has sent in or responded to, and you can then streamline it and filter it out. I just want to look for communications by me, and then it streamlines it. There it is. I sent her a needs assessment for that particular instance. You still have health, so you can collect their primary care doctor, their specialist, their preferred pharmacies, and all of their prescriptions are saved there as well. And then your support tickets are still going to live in the support ticket section. So that makes it pretty easy, to set up as well. Lastly is your Pearl. You do have a personal URL available on the Spark platform. And this is just basically a landing page that you can use to promote yourself. So to get to your Pearl, I've got to find it here again. But it does live in here, and you can find it in here somewhere. I believe it's under marketing. Here's your view personal website. So you can click under marketing there. And this is an example of, again, we're in demo mode. So you can see, you're going to have your picture there. You can schedule, your members can schedule an appointment with you. The Enroll Now button will go to Medicare Shop. You've got your email and phone number there, what languages you speak, what's your expertise, what states you're serving, and then basically your bio, a little bit about yourself, and then the team that we have to help you with the member services. And that's explained as well. So there it is, guys. Just want to make sure that you guys remember that these tools are all available to you, and you have it ready to go to help you be the best agent you can be. And in order to be the best agent you can be, you've got to have great partners. Hopefully some physician groups that will treat you right. And today, this morning, we have a special guest, Mr. Sean Griffith from Physician Partners and VIP Care and Salute Care. Are you part of that whole group, or can you talk all about that, Sean? Welcome.
Yeah, so thank you, Justin. So for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Sean Griffith. I'm the Broker Relations Manager for Physician Partners. I've been with them for going on 10 months now. Before that, the previous 10 years, I was an agent working out in the field. So a little bit about Physician Partners. We've been around since 2008. We've grown into multiple brands. As a matter of fact, we're going in through a rebranding right now. So you guys are going to start hearing all these different names thrown out there at you. You're going to hear Votion, you're going to hear Better Health Group and Physician Partners and VIP and Salute VIP. So the good news is VIP and Salute VIP will be remaining the same. Those names will not change. And then the umbrella that all of our products under is going to be known as Better Health Group. So you're going to hear those new names coming out and about. Our brand ambassadors, we've also changed their title to community liaisons, just because we think that better fits the job that they do. And for those of you guys that don't know what our community liaisons are and what they do, they're basically marketers for VIP, Salute VIP, and our affiliate offices that go out into the community, find events, find things to do. They work with agents in those events and help capture leads for agents for those events. We're constantly adding new community liaisons in, so we're actually up to 15 currently, community liaisons within our states of operation. A lot of people don't know we are expanding nationwide. We are currently in 8 states up and running, and that is growing ever rapidly. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, we're Florida, Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, and that list, like I said, is expanding pretty much daily as I'm finding out and traveling. So the main thing we do is we are a value-based healthcare company. We strive to improve the lives of our clients in ways that maybe a lot of your doctor's offices that you're traditionally used to working with doesn't do. So some of the things that we do, just so you guys understand, is we always extend our appointment times, because one of the biggest complaints we've always gotten is everybody doesn't want to be rushed in and out of their doctor's appointment. They're like, oh, I didn't have time to ask this question, or I didn't have time to ask that. So when you place a client with us, your first initial appointment is going to be an hour-long appointment, to where the doctor can deep dive into your medical records and your background to get a glimpse of your patient and what their health needs are. Do they need durable medical equipment at home? Do they need, prescriptions updated, things like that? And then every appointment after that is between 30 and 45 minutes. So that's a huge deal when it comes to your clients, and that's a huge deal when it comes to your customer service. A better served client has less customer service needs. And I know us as agents, the one thing I hated about our job was dealing with those customer service complaints and trying to navigate all those back doors and trying to get in and out to get things resolved. So that's one of the things that we do to try and help you as an agent minimize those customer service complaints, is we take our time with your clients and dig into their backgrounds, find those medical issues that they have going on, and try and get a resolution faster than other doctors' offices. As a matter of fact, we've actually proven that on paper, that we have a 25% faster diagnosis of underlying conditions with our patients in comparison to other doctors' offices. And that's because we take that time and explore and deep dive into our patients' backgrounds. So one exciting program that I do want to tell you guys about, and we're already utilizing HPM, and we're going to actually start utilizing you guys as agents much more, is our PODS program. So we do have an ongoing PODS program where, as you guys know, we don't allow agents to sit in our VIP and Salute VIP offices. And it's not just you guys. We do that for everybody, because we don't want another agent coming and sitting in our office taking your client. So don't think it's personal. Don't think we're hating on you, that we're not letting you sit in our offices and set up a tabletop. We're not letting anybody, because we don't want people coming in taking your clients from you. We don't like that churning of clients. We want the new business. But one thing we are doing with this PODS program, so PODS program is people who are on fee-for-service Medicare, original Medicare. We want to capture those clients and flip them over to MAPD. It's better for the client. It gives them generally better access to healthcare, cheaper access to healthcare. And it also helps us with our model and the way we do things with our patients, and kind of keep things moving smoothly. So in that program, what we're doing is our offices, whether it be a VIP office, a Salute VIP office, or an affiliate office, is setting up appointments. So we're doing 1 hour appointments, up to 8 appointments a day. So you can have a full day in a doctor's office from 8 to 5, set up for you. So we're setting up the appointments for you. We're reaching out to these fee-for-service members. We're telling them about MAPD and the advantages of it. And then we're setting appointments for them in our offices. And we need agents to staff those appointments, because we don't sell. So we don't actually sell insurance, but we need agents who do. And that's when we do events and we do things like that. We partner with HPM for that reason. So these PODS events, we've already got a couple in the works right now. And I just got an email this morning of 3 more events in the Tampa area that I'm going to get with Nick with later. And we're going to start plugging HPM agents into these events. And hopefully they're going to be stand-up, knockdown sales for fee-for-service flip to MAPD for you guys.
That's amazing. That is awesome. Really great.
So that's kind of what we have on the horizon right now. If you guys have questions or or anything like
Yeah,
that, let me
yeah,
know.
absolutely. So Sean, what does POD stand for? It sounds like there's an acronym there. Does that stand for something? Just
There
curious.
is, but I'm not privy to the super secret acronym.
The code, okay, but we'll go with pods. I like it.
That's it. We just call it the Pods event. I'm sure
Very
there's a.
good.
I can find out and get back to you, Justin. I'm sure
Okay.
there's an acronym out there for it somewhere. I
I,
just haven't been told.
yeah, you know us, like in this business, there's a million acronyms, so I'm always curious when I find a new one. It's like, ooh, what does
Yeah,
that one
I'm
stand for?
ex-military, so I'm full of
Ah,
acronyms.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. As you know, Sean, there's a lot of these provider groups that are doing this. I guess like it's not commission, but it's like an admin for setting up an appointment, and then they're compensating the agent on these programs. And different groups have different names for this, but essentially the agent is finding a new member and putting them in that practice. Because we get this a lot now. Are you guys participating in anything similar, or are you just kind of staying out of that arena? What is your thoughts?
we are, as an official position, we are not going to step into that arena.
Okay.
We don't feel that it benefits anybody in the long run. There's different ways. There's different ways to look at it. I know as an agent, like I said, I was an agent for 10 years, so I get it. Extra money sometimes is a motivator for some. For me, it was about the care of my clients that kind of hit home the most. So I didn't fall into that, money for placement. The issue that I always ran into as an agent is those clinics that tend to pay for that. I
Hmm.
tend to get a lot more customer service complaints out of those offices than I
Hmm.
did out of, at that time when I didn't work for them, out of the VIP and Salute VIP offices. I never had patient complaints out of those. So we are not going to step into that arena for what we call pay for play. We
Right.
would rather take better care of your clients and give you less customer service issues on the backside and protect your book of business and help you through our community liaisons get leads and help build your book of business that way
Hmm.
than we
Hmm.
would the opposite way.
Yeah, so I agree with everything that you're saying there. It's always a little convoluted when you have, the providers that are certain provider groups are offering money. And guys, I've said this before, they're now paying you guys direct. I don't have any skin in that game. I just want you guys to do what's right for your clients and ensure that that you're doing the right thing. And if it lines up and there's cash there, great. But remember that, with the immense amount of opportunity that Sean is providing, I would trade that leads or the opportunity for leads to be at the doctor's office with preset appointments every day of the week over, spiffing, for some extra cash here and there for a member. So I think there's a lot more value in that, because really, if you look at the customer lifetime value, I'd rather get a new client for, customer lifetime value these days is about $1,400 if you're keeping your member happy for 5 years as an agent, right? So it's a lot more on your side, Sean. But for us, our customer lifetime value is about $1,400. So I'd rather get 2 or 3 sales or 2 or 3 new members through VIP care or Better Health than I would, trying to force a square peg in a round hole and get paid for it. Because
And
he's
not,
right, you're going to have some issues there.
and not to mention, we're going to protect your book of business as well. We're
Hmm.
going to help ensure that you don't have other agents coming in, trying to take that book of business and flip them over for that, residual money into maybe a different doctor's office. Hopefully they'll
Exactly.
come
So
to our office. We have, sorry, real quick. We have a
yeah,
97% customer satisfaction and retention rate. So that's
97%.
huge. That's up there. That's up there with Tesla in customer
Wow.
satisfaction and retention.
Wow.
So when your clients come to our offices, they
Hmm.
tend to stick. They tend to stay.
Right. Right.
They're not going anywhere, and you're not having all those customer service issues.
So it sounds like you're retaining the agent of record. You guys are tracking that. You're putting it in the client's file, if you will, which is the only thing that we ask, of course, as agents, and that really helps us with retention, especially if your members come to you and say, "Hey, I'm a little PO'd with my health plan," you can get them back to the agent. one of the things that you mentioned is your marketers, and you know, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that you're an agent, because I do have some questions on that. But you know, with you being an agent and having access to these marketers, I guess this is a loaded question, but what if Sean was to go back to selling today and he was like, hey, I'm going to be independent and I want to go back selling, what would you be doing right now?
I would marry myself to the hip of one of our community liaisons and jump on that gravy train, because that's honestly what it is and what it becomes.
Right.
The more think of it as a relationship, think of it as building a relationship. The more you're out with those community liaisons in the community, and the more events you're doing. Say one of our community liaisons is doing an event and they don't have an agent working with them, but they get 20 leads at that event. Those leads are going to need to go to someone. I want to be that first person that community liaison person thinks of and says, hey, Sean, I worked this event. I know you weren't there, but I got 20 leads. Can you run them for me? Oh, sure, I'll run them for you. Pass them on over. So that's honestly what I would be doing between that and my doctor's office marketing.
That is amazing. And you know, my background is I came, you know, I started as a marketing or a community liaison, as you're calling them. I started there and then worked my way up as an agent. And you know, now I'm running the circus here, but but in either way, I think that's fantastic. I mean, I remember providing leads to agents, and they would, I mean, they were killing it, and you know, I saw the value in that. So yeah, I agree 110% with what you're saying, Sean. I mean, make some really good friends at VIP, Better Health. And then, you know, the Salute VIP, just as a reminder, is for, you know, it's geared for the Hispanic community. They have bilingual physicians there, bilingual staff. So a member can walk in, and if they're just more comfortable speaking Spanish, they can go into these clinics and they feel, you know, a little bit more comfortable speaking their language. So if you are a bilingual agent that speaks Spanish, Salute VIP is a really amazing, you know, subset of the Physician Partners brand, if you will. So just wanted to mention that too, because I think that we kind of overlook that with all the stuff that you guys got going on.
One other exciting thing for you guys to know is we have about 40 clinics that are opening up here in the state of Florida, and we're doing it in rapid succession. So by September of this year, I believe that 24, I believe it is, will be open and up and running by September. So we're going to have a lot of open house events. We're going to have a lot of doctor space opening up. So if you have clients that are complaining, like I hear a lot of complaints in the villages and TVH, I hate to mention names, but about, you know, a 5-month wait for a first appointment. That TVH is experiencing right now with a lot of their doctors. So with us opening that many clinics and us capping our doctors at between 500 and 600 patients, that allows the room and flexibility in our schedules to get your patients in as quickly as possible. So they're not going to have those long waits and things like that. And then if they have a sick day, they wake up in the morning and they're sick. All of our clinics, of course, they have walk-ins available and appointments available, and we can do that because we limit those number of appointments.
Guys, this is an incredible opportunity to grow with a company that's exploding right now. I mean, you're opening more clinics than I'm sure that it's going to take you some time to even find agents to work all these opportunities that you're going to be expanding. You're going faster than agent count, which is amazing. And we're kind of experiencing that too. I mean, we actually have more opportunities than we know what to do with, even with Physician Partners. So I appreciate your patience working with us and with Nick. And guys, as a reminder, if you are interested in working with Physician Partners, reach out to Nick or just shoot an email to support@askhpm.com. Reach out to any team member and we'll get you connected with Sean and his team to get working with the new Better Health and VIP brands. Excited for that. And then Sean, just some bonus points here. I did this by accident, I swear, but I have a vintage Physician Partners mug here that I put my coffee in this morning. I just realized it because it's staring at me because the way I hold it. But
Justin,
anyway,
that's soon to be a collector's item. You need to hang on to that, buddy.
I figured next time I see you, I'm going to have you sign it.
I'll have to get you the upgraded Better Health Cup.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Sean, thank you so much for your time this morning. Super helpful information. And we really appreciate your time. So thank you very much for all you're doing. We really appreciate your partnership.
No problem. Thank you, guys. And it's a pleasure working with every one of you. I appreciate you.
You got it. You got it. All right, everyone. That's it for today. I do appreciate everyone's time this morning. If you have any questions, concerns, give us a call, 844-696-3975 or support@askhpm.com. We're here to help you in anything that you need to help you grow your book of business. We'll see you next Monday, 9 o'clock. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. Good luck out there. Have a great